Greetings, my Spooks fans. Today's Creepmaker episode is sponsored by HomeAway. HomeAway is a one-stop service that helps you manage your travels. Pretty sure many of you creepers travel often, and it would be good to have alternatives to plan for lodging than your standard hotels. Pay for more space for less. HomeAway now has a plan tailored for university students to fit your travel needs. And the best part about it is, you get maximum safety and security assurance as compared to some other booking platforms. Representatives from HomeAway will be with you during the check-in, and aside from that, a thorough background check on the host will be conducted. Also, did I mention that it is a promise to be more economically friendly? Spend more on your travels rather than your lodging. It is the experience outside that counts. Quote Creepmaker when you sign up for a student account to enjoy a 20% discount for your next 3 bookings. Now, I too have traveled a fair share, from Asia to Europe, and homestay has always been a great way for me to experience life as a local to some capacity. I didn't know that one of those days in the heart of Glasgow would I experience my first oh crap moments. When people talk about poverty in Scotland, they think about Glasgow. And while Glasgow, like every big estate, they have their own glamour and seedy underbelly. Winford Estates, or the Barracks, is a prime example of what glamour could become if left unmanaged. The Barracks used to be a housing unit for pensioners in the 20th century. Retired folks have a place to kick their leg and enjoy what's left of their years. In the 80s and 90s, many of the pensioners move on to the afterlife, and what remains are greedy buyovers from private developers. Housing units were rented, and a beautiful interdependent community where families look after one another, left their doors open throughout the entire day, became a depraved place where antisocial tenants were left as they are, and the drug addicts, alcoholics flood the landing. I stayed a street across the barracks during my trip because it was way cheap and it was close to the University of Glasgow, where I had some event to attend. The side of the street I stayed on was a typical suburban housing, with a quaint living area and a bedroom occupied by a queen-sized bed, a Victorian-designed set of clothing cupboard, dresser and side table. The sheets smelled fresh, and the kitchen looked clean enough for use. One night, I was out and about by myself while my Glaswegian friends prepared for the party that we were about to have in the rental. The tavern nearby was decent, good in-house ale and fish and chips, and a very vibrant sports culture, which could be a little rowdier than what I'm used to at home. I asked the bartender, who also owns the place, about the dangers of the neighborhood, and he told me that living here, I would be better off sleeping with a knife under my pillow at all times. Commenting that he hardly sees any foreigners in his area, he warned me from staying out too late. The skies were already tinted pink and purple at 4 p.m. It was winter, and that being home by 6 p.m. was the surest way for me to wake up and visit him again soon. I was sure that it was his attempt at humor, and he did a rather good job in engaging me. So I head back, and my door was wide open. I was dead sure I had it shut before I left. Well, maybe the owners came home, I thought, and went about preparing what I had bought earlier that day. And upon realizing that I did not have enough lime, I left the house in a hurry to the Tesco a few blocks down. It was windy, I had my hood over my head, so my hearing was impaired. Well, what I did not realize was that the door behind me had opened again and shut. With 2 bags of lime in hand and an urn brew in the other, I headed back. I rummaged through my pockets to find that my keys are not on me, and I thought to myself, I must have not locked the door. The words of caution from the tavern keep struck me, and I felt a sense of panic, and when I tried to get the door open, it was locked. Well, not locked per se, but it was bolted shut. I panicked harder. I texted the owners about the incident as well as the Airbnb, to which both had no response until several hours after my friends have arrived. Fearing that it would incur any compensation, they decided to wait it out in the driveway with me. Airbnb got back to me, saying that they were unable to contact the owner as well, and after several messages, it stopped, with the last message being, "We will contact you soon. Sorry for the inconvenience caused." Lights got turned on inside the house, and we were at that point pretty sure someone snuck in. We called the police eventually and managed to get in, when a dirty-looking man flung the door open and ran out of the house. The police gave chase, and we went back inside. A syringe lay on the floor along with a lighter and a dirty, mucky spoon. When host contacted me, it was already daybreak, and he apologized fervently, stating that it could be his brother who snuck into the house for a hit. I cancelled my stay and moved into a hotel in the middle of Glasgow. Never in my life have I felt so much in danger. But afterwards, the trip was pretty much one of my fondest memories of my European travels. Unnecessary fears aside, this trip showed me the other side of the UK. Well, this sums up this episode of Creepmaker. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.